researchers found a dead spider caught in a web. It looked wrong. Too still. Too flat. Pieced together from parts that didn't quite match. Then it began to shake. Not the spider, the web around it. And the dead spider was not a spider at all. It was built out of silk, out of plant debris, out of the bodies of dead insects. 3 times larger than the real spider hiding just above it. This is Cyclosa. A spider barely the size of a grain of rice. And it may be the only animal on Earth, besides us, that builds a fake version of itself to save its own life. In November 2025, scientists published the first formal scientific record of this behavior. 2 species, one in the rainforests of Peru, one in the forests of the Philippines. Different continents, different species, the same impossible solution. Let's start with what these spiders actually are. Cyclosa is a genus of orb-weaving spider. Most species are small, 2 to 20 millimeters, pale brown, silver, mottled with dark markings. They build the same kind of web every spider in their family builds. A circular trap of silk, radiating threads, a sticky spiral to catch prey. Nothing unusual, until you look at the center. Most Cyclosa species build something called a stabilimentum, a line of debris through the middle of the web. Usually it's simple, a streak of leftover prey, a smudge of plant matter. Camouflage, scientists assumed, a way to blend in. But in these 2 species, the debris is not simple. It is sculpted. A central mass of silk and detritus forms a body. Thin strands radiate outward from it in pairs, positioned exactly where legs would be. The proportions are not random. The decoy is built at roughly the right scale to look like a spider, just a much larger one. On average, 3 times the size of the spider that built it. And the materials used to build it are not chosen randomly either. The spiders use the carcasses of their own prey, insects they have already caught and consumed, arranging the leftover husks and fragments into the shape of legs, a body, sometimes a head. They use silk to bind it all together. They use plant fragments to fill in the silhouette. This is construction, not camouflage, not decoration. A deliberate architecture of something that does not exist. In Peru, researchers observed the spiders building these structures in complete darkness, at night, when their predators are least active. Sometimes the entire decoy was completed in under 90 minutes. By dawn, it was finished, indistinguishable at a glance from an actual spider sitting in the center of the web. The real spider does not hide behind it. It positions itself near the decoy, sometimes directly above it, sometimes tucked within its structure. And when something approaches, a bird, a wasp, a predator scanning the web for movement, the real spider does something that no one expected. It shakes the web. The vibration travels through the silk into the decoy. The fake legs tremble, the fake body sways. From a distance, it looks like the decoy spider is the one that's alive. the predator's attention goes there. Researchers studying related Cyclosa species found that webs with larger, more elaborate decoys attracted more predator attention overall, but the attacks that did happen were less likely to succeed because the predator's strike was aimed at the decoy, not at the spider hiding a few centimeters away. This means the spider is taking a calculated risk. Build something more visible, more likely to attract a predator's attention, in exchange for being the thing that predator attacks when it finally strikes. Sacrifice the decoy. Keep the body. In the Philippine species, researchers observed something even stranger. The spider would sometimes retreat inside the decoy itself, using the very structure built to look like a larger spider as a physical hiding place. The fake spider became real shelter. There is something else here that researchers have not fully explained. To build a decoy that convincingly resembles a spider's body and legs in correct proportion, using the right materials, in under 2 hours, in total darkness. The spider's nervous system must be doing something we don't yet have a complete model for. A spider's brain is smaller than a pinhead. It does not have what we would call self-awareness in any way comparable to ours. And yet, it is building something that requires understanding its own shape, its own proportions, what it looks like to something else looking at it. Scientists are careful with this idea. They do not claim the spider
has a concept of itself the way humans do, but they have no simpler explanation for how an animal builds an accurate replica of its own form, using objects it did not design and creatures it did not become. The behavior had been seen before, in fragments. In Brazil, decades earlier, researchers had documented a simpler version, a blob of debris with crude extensions resembling legs. Less than 1 in 5 Cyclosa webs in those populations showed even this rudimentary version. What was found in Peru and the Philippines was different, more frequent, far more precise, far more deliberate. The researchers do not know why these particular populations evolved a more sophisticated version of a behavior that exists in cruder form across an entire genus spanning every continent except Antarctica. They only know that somewhere in the evolutionary history of a creature without eyes, capable of seeing fine detail, without a brain capable of what we call thought, a solution emerged that required, in effect, building a portrait of itself good enough to die in its place. We build mirrors to see ourselves. This spider builds a body out of the dead and offers it to anything that comes looking for a meal. Nature does not break the rules. It simply has different ones.